Hello my soul family, welcome today to New Year's Eve 2023. My name is Christie Ramirez and I am a soul coach, motivational speaker, and spiritual influencer. So today we are gathered here for our special event provided by the Spiritual Counseling TV network. Every year I come up here with a special event before the New Year's, and this is basically my review, my address, my intuition about what this coming year is going to be about, what we should focus on. It's just very much an intuitive channeling, and it's a great guidance to have with us to start the year right, on the right foot. I always do like some kind of activity as well that's going to help us throughout our journey for the next year. And right away I just want to get started, and I want to, before actually we get started, I do want to announce that there will be an extended event also provided by the Spiritual Counseling TV network, and it's going to be a New Year's in depth. So a New Year's 2023 in depth. Every year I do this extended version, which is going month by month and going into the energies. We do a little bit of a card reading, and it's great because as you watch that video throughout the year, it's a great guidance to fall back on, and it also helps you to set your goals according to what God tells me is the right pace to go at, right? Because sometimes we want to get ahead of ourselves and we want to achieve everything in 1 year, in 1 month. And that's a tip for all of you, is that the more you put on your paper your goals, the more that you pressure yourselves and the more that you also put on your plate, the less you're going to actually get done, ironically. Not because you can't get it done, but because of the overwhelming energy around that and the pressure that is just going to not be able to do it. So a good tip is to keep it light this year. Take 1 day at a time, 1 or 2 things at a time as well. Don't overdo yourself per day, because that's something that can definitely backfire. And it's not that we can't do more than 1 to 2 things a day, but it's just not going to be at the highest quality, and energetically it's going to drain us quicker as well. And that's something that we definitely need to watch out for this year, is to not be burned out by taking it slow, right? 1 step at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time, and 1 month at a time. And then this is how this year I am feeling that we are going to be much more able to achieve our goals that we set for ourselves. Now my recommendation is don't go over the 10 limit, so don't set more than 10 goals per year, because out of those 10, I want to say that only 2 or 3 might get accomplished. So knowing that, why don't we try to narrow the list even more this year? And that way, at the end of the year, instead of feeling frustrated or feeling like a failure for not achieving those goals, you're going to feel proud, you're going to feel accomplished, you're going to feel triumphant for achieving those 2 to 3 things that you set for yourself to do. Because remember that big dreams take time. It can take us even more than 1 year. So out of those 2 to 3 goals that you're set for your year, one of those goals are usually a very more long-term goal, right? That takes years, and it can even be like a life's work. So knowing that, we almost scratch that out of the list for the year, because we know that we're probably not going to be able to achieve that goal in this year, right? But those 2 other goals are definitely achievable, and even more so if they're like not related. So like maybe one of them could be in relation to your personal life and the other one in relation to your career. So that way you have one narrow focus in each area of your life. Now another tip for all of us today is, when you're setting your goals and when you're also, doing your journaling, a great exercise to also do is have like a map. So what this map looks like is that you, in this big circle, you can put 2023, you can put your main goal of the year, although I would recommend just put 2023 because that's our focus for this map, right? And then do like little extensions and little clouds and put the main goals in those clouds. And then out of those little clouds, you even create even more little goals and little clouds, and those are your action steps for this year. And then that's how you can organize yourself. And then you can bring that map and then write it out like more in the list format as well, so that you can be more organized. And having this laid out on paper as your strategy and game plan for 2023 is what's going to help you to really bring it up the next level, upgrade your life, and get these things done. And that's my tip for all of us today. Now, another tip that we can also use for New Year resolutions, for goal setting, is of course the classic vision board. 2 years back in 2021, for our major New Year's event provided by the Spiritual Counseling TV network, we actually did a vision board together. So I've already done this exercise with all of you. You can always watch that video if you haven't already at the Spiritual Counseling TV network. If you're a member, you obviously have access to that. And it's going to be a great help for you because I went in detail and I gave you ideas as well. And that's like what worked for me. And you know, sometimes we do need to kind of revise or upgrade or redo even that vision board, because sometimes also our vision for our future, for our year changes, and that's okay, right? We need to be flexible with where life is taking us at these moments, because these moments are very much ever changing, and even more so in 2023. And that's what all my Lightworker University presentations are going to focus on. Today I just want to keep it light and just focus on like these very much tangible tasks that we need to also get done in conjunction with the spiritual work that is going to help us to thrive, and it's going to help us to get to the next level, to receive more abundance, to receive independence as well, everything that we're wanting out of life in this year. Our dreams can come true, and it is very possible to make anything impossible that you think in your life, to make it real. And that's what I want to bring to all of us today, is an inspiration, is motivation for the future. And of course, in the New Year's event that I will be doing as well, as an extra, I still have to come up with a name for it, but we're going to go even more detail, like month by month. And I definitely want to do that more like during the day as well, because those events usually take time, like 2 to 3 hours as we go month by month. So we're going to be doing a lot of events, a lot of speeches in January. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. Kind of sum it up what we have coming up, it's that main New Year's Eve 2023, or it's going to be a New Year's 2023 event. This is the New Year's Eve event, right? And then I also have a fashion show red carpet event, and this is where I'm going to be tapping into the next decade. That's going to be the presentation of the year. I'm going to probably be doing that like towards the end of January, because there's a lot of preparations that I still have to do for that. And it's going to be like a whole month's worth of campaign as well. So I'm also looking very forward to that. And then we also have the paid presentation for 2023 provided by the Lightworker University. And the theme is the Kingdom. I already came up with these themes in 2020 for all the years 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. So this is the final one that has already been pre-channeled. So I'm excited for that event, because it's going to give us a lot of insight into this year, and then what's forward after this year as well, and what we're preparing and building up with in the energy at the beginning of this year. And then of course we have the Resurrection series presentations continuing, and we have parts 4 has already been done. So parts 1 through 4 were done at the middle of this year, from summer to winter basically, or summer to fall. And then in the winter season, we're going to start working on part 5, part 6, and part 7. And then that's going to be the completion of that series at the Easter time. So that would be April, which would be basically the mid of 2023. And then after that, it's probably going to be like a new energy. And probably that 2023 presentation, the Kingdom, I actually might postpone that for after we complete the Resurrection series, because that one is Presidents. That one's more important, I feel, time-wise, and the Kingdom is what comes after. So that's, I guess, guidance for us today. That's something to look forward, like May time. So I will be doing that presentation during May, which is also my birthday month. So there's going to be a lot of great things around my birthday as well. So there's a lot of great things coming up this year. And just a little glimpse before we continue with our event today and our little tips. What's also coming for the Spiritual Counseling TV network, and what's next for this network, is a lot of great stuff. First of all, we are going to be obviously resuming the Spiritual Counseling TV network's daily morning spiritual guidance series. This is a series that has been now free on my YouTube channel, and I absolutely love to do it because it gives us great guidance. It invites also and brings new people into our soul family, anybody that's new. And of course, if you want something more personalized and extensive to your situation, this is where you book a personal soul coaching session. This year, I am going to be open like never before, more hours to have these personal sessions on the side of also what I do, the filming work, right? And coming up, all of us for here, not only for entertainment, but it's mostly also for education and spiritual awareness. I'm going to be teaching a lot at my School of Light, so I'm going to talk about that right now. And what's also at the Spiritual Counseling TV network this year is, of course, my women's content. My women's content is going to be also full throttle. We're going to be resuming the cozy talks. We're going to be adding more episodes to the Women Empowerment Forum. And I'm also coming up with a new podcast at the middle of this year. Around May, I will be premiering also a new show for the women's content. And I also want to say that, you know, our motivational speeches and therapy sessions that have been filmed at the Spiritual Counseling TV network the previous year of 2021, they're all there to watch, and I probably also will start resuming that after the middle of this year, or maybe even like in 2024, because there's so much women's content to focus on first. That's going to take a precedence, and then everything else after. So there's always motivational speeches and therapy sessions, if that was like your main interest of the network, to always watch, because they're still there. So everything that I film for the network is ever there, and it's going to always be there. So nothing is ever erased or taken off. And that's one of the benefits of being a member, because you can have access to not only this year's content, but also content from previous years, especially those special events. Like I did a lot last year, and we're doing more this year. So that's exciting. And let's see what else. And I also did a special Christmas holiday party as well that gave us really great guidance, not only for Christmas season, but a little bit also into the new year. So you make sure to watch that holiday party. And so let's continue then with like more now, like more exclusive now for all of you members that have joined the network. I want to give you a little glimpse into what I'm feeling for this new year, of what I'm going to talk about in the New Year's special event that is going to be premiering on my YouTube channel, but it's only going to be a preview, and the full event is going to also be exclusive here at the Spiritual Counseling TV network, which is where we go month by month. And I have even a dress that I've been designing for that event. I have many dresses that I've been designing for the next year, so this is also where my fashion creativity and my fashion designs and collections are going to actually be premiered. And I'm excited for that side of the project, because this is something that I've been working on behind the scenes in secret, and I'm finally ready in the new year to show and share it all with all of you. So let's talk about this year 2023.